is Detty, and I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I have FND or functional neurological disorder. And I just want to say thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure. It is a pleasure talking to you. Well, because the central nervous system affects a lot of the functions, and that's what functional neurological disorder actually affects. There's a wide range. At the moment, as you can hear, I have foreign accent syndrome. And it's fairly common in functional neurological disorder, apparently. One of my friends who has FND, she speaks normally and then ends up talking like a Kiwi. For me, I end up talking like I'm from England or somewhere from there. So it's quite weird. Also, I have flare-ups with FND every single day, which is quite debilitating. I end up sometimes not being able to talk, walk, everything all at once, and I'm completely depending on my husband to actually give me high-level care. And as of yesterday, I had lots of seizures as well, blackouts, cognitively I'm impaired there as well. It just goes on and on. We could be talking literally for about half an hour to an hour, just listing off all the symptoms, dystonia, tremors, that kind of thing. But we won't go there. It's just too long. Yes, I do, but it's only because, and it is common with other people who have functional neurological disorder, that they actually have to source their own, especially if they don't know much about FND at the beginning or not provided much. So a lot of research has gone in on my behalf to actually find and get a good team behind me. And it just so turns out that with people who are trying to seek treatment as well, it's just according to their symptoms, because again, as I said before, there's such a big range of symptoms available. So whether it's physical or whether it's cognitive, it just goes on and on, but according to what your levels are. Like for me, I also have chronic pain. I also have chronic fatigue too. So I went through a chronic fatigue course that was available to me, and that was quite handy, learning about pacing. Yes, I have. And I gotta say that it's really unfair. And I have noticed that, especially nursing myself, how people are being treated according to their gender as well. And I guess we are socially integrated with that very early on, growing up. My generation especially, boys are meant to be rough and tough, and girls are meant to be absolutely, dainty and, thoughtful and kind and all. But it's not quite right, is it? Especially the preference of us trying to look after the boys or after the men more so than women. And we're taught then to be more self-sufficient and be more like, whatchamacallit. Yeah, I literally, with the attitudes in the medical field, yes, what we're trying to do at this present moment in time is basically with people who've got FND, especially globally wise, we're trying to raise awareness about FND and, make it prominently known so that people, especially with FND, can actually access readily great care from the very get-go, and also, receive appropriate treatments as well. Women are more affected with FND than men are. And it would help tremendously to bring this more to the forefront, especially because it just needs to be known so that we don't, with us who have FND, especially trying to receive treatment, we have to always explain what FND is. We have to always try and advocate for us. It's not widely known. So if Women's Brain Project could also advocate for FND as well, I do believe that they are part of movement forward in regards to neurology, and this is a very niche area, but it does need to be recognized because a lot of people are getting diagnosed every single day, and it is worldwide as well, and so many are affected, especially women. Very, very much so, because women are like from the very beginning, they have been targeted as this hysterical women who, are just having a moment. But and even now, I mean, it's all about being treated equally. All of us are all humans. And even to this day, it's so strange how, men are getting paid extra, men are being cared for more in their health, in the health areas. Certainly, women deserve it too. We all have to be equal. We're not all hysterical. You are having a flare-up, a moment, if you're depressed, angry, frustrated, if you're having an episode with whatever you have, when someone says, oh, well, is it your time of month? Or, she must be, having the moment. It's not. And I think that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Sorry, I just went off a tangent there. You're not crazy. You're not going insane. There is a valid reason for what you are going through. Just keep persisting for all the treatments there. And what you're going through is very real. And don't let anyone else, any comments or anyone out there actually persuade you otherwise. Stay strong and advocate for yourself and support Women's Brains Project.